Hey, folks. Hello to you. You have got Oscar and Rod tonight.
Once again, ready to have a good time, give you some folks some good information, and answer questions to you guys. And remember, we are the real return in Panama.
Lots of early people joining us tonight.
We got a
Hey,
lot of people from Florida, from Kingston, from Alaska,
Manitoba, Canada.
Manitoba, and Henderson, Toronto. A lot of Canadians we have tonight.
Wanda from Manitoba. I grew up in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
So know Manitoba well.
Thank you in advance.
Where else you guys from? Houston, California, Mississauga.
I have a friend from Cali living there in Mississauga.
Mississauga,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You also have a nephew that lives in Vancouver, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
A nephew are very good friend in Mississauga. Yeah.
Olympia, Washington. Hey, I used to moor a boat there for 6 months, so I know Olympia very well too.
Awesome.
Right on. We're going to get started very momentarily. We are short one. We have a expected mother in 3 weeks resting tonight. Tell us how that's going, Oscar.
Well, my gorgeous, amazing, beautiful, powerful, and very wise wife. she's
watching now. Obviously.
She's watching now. Now, but she's besides that, our operations manager, logistics manager. She's right now at home resting because our baby, little Noah, is soon to arrive in a couple weeks.
Yes.
So she's at home, but she wished to be here to say hey to all of you. But she's always gonna be. She's pretty much watching right now, so you can always send a greeting to her beautiful Megan. Now we're missing her tonight.
Yes. What Megan does, guys, hey, I got no problem marketing and selling a tour. Oscar has no problem hanging out with you guys and showing you this country. Megan actually makes sure you sleep in a beautiful hotel and eat good meals, and that your whole thing is coordinated. Without her, we would be a mess.
Yeah.
So thank you, Megan. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, my beautiful girl.
Alrighty, we are going to start pretty soon. We usually start when it's over 50. Oh, we do have over 50. Okay.
Well,
let's start.
Let's start. So, in advance, thank you to each one of you folks to be here tonight, to take the time out of your day and to give us the chance to talk to you, to give us the chance to share some information. And here we are to answer you as much questions as possible tonight, to share about a little bit what we do for those that haven't seen us or know us. We are Returning Panama Tours, and we are hashtag Happy Aspect in Panama.
Yes. So what the format for tonight is, Oscar and I are going to introduce ourselves, just a little bit about our background and why we are sitting here answering your questions, and then we'll get into the Q&A. So please hold your questions. You're going to have the choice of being able to come on screen with us and ask your question, or to type it in the chat, but don't do that now. Otherwise, we've got to search for them. Wait for the Q&A portion of our chat tonight.
Yep.
And we're going to be with you an hour and a half if you want. Oscar, you start.
All right. Well,
because you're here longer, so you
right.
go first.
Seriously. So I am Oscar Peña. I am co-owner, founder with Rod at this company. I am originally from Cali, Colombia. I moved abroad back in 2006, starting my journey in Costa Rica, which I was studying hotel tourism management. And I stayed there for 3 years and a half, got to learn a lot of hospitality, tourism, and anything relates to hotel industry. And also, but I got a lot of training about hospitality service, also my second language. And I got here in Panama in 2009, so it's been 13 years officially, 13 years and a month has been official. Yeah, you want to get in?
No, I'm sorry.
So
normally we have Megan monitoring the chat. I'm old. I have to lean forward. I'm sorry for cramping your space.
We started this business, and I started offering relocation services and expert services back in 2011. I attend My first meeting, international living, back in 2010. And ever since, I just saw an opportunity, because me, as a Latino Americano, as a Latino, to be here in Panama, but I went through my own struggles to get things done, to get around, and also for migration, for anything that any of you has to deal when you relocate. And that's me speaking the same language. So I thought, like, why? If that's me, I can imagine someone that doesn't speak the language, the struggle. So I start helping folks to providing a good contest, good information, and taken by the hand literally many times to get things done. And that's my passion. And I started doing, met Rod back in 2012.
Yeah.
And Roddy, I was able to help him up too. Then we became best friends. Then we became business partners. And in 2017, we started this journey of retiring Panama tours. Before that, we have done other business together with other tour company.
Mhm.
But now we're focused, because we wanted to do more than group, more than just 2-4 people. We decided to go instead to the 10 to 12 people. So I am the one. I'm gonna be with you during the tour, and make sure you're having a great time learning about the culture of Panama, showing every single corner of this beautiful country has to offer, and also to make sure to follow afterwards, like the rest of the team.
Yes.
Sorry, that was too long.
Yeah. By the way, I meet you on the tour also.
Yes.
He's not totally alone. And we have a driver, Fabrice, and of course, Megan. We obviously this fall are going to work with Megan on what her needs are with having a new baby. But many of you are going to speak to her multiple times on the phone and through video, anyways, for the people that are booked in October, November, and December. We have kind of a month off. Isn't this exciting?
We do. And then a fair reason, that's why we're not doing tours this month of September. It is because we have a family business. This is how we do business. It's a family business, and this month is crucial for us because our baby boy is being born in the end of this month.
Yeah, we did 3 tours in July and August in total. We typically do 1 per month, but we did an extra one in August to make up for it. We had to move the September people so they would have a place to go. So it all worked out. And yes, we are a family because I'm Uncle Rod. But tonight, you're going to see me doing this constantly. I am so sorry.
No worries.
Here, I want to show you guys, we are serious about our business. Now, okay, there we are. We can see this. Now, we have over here, this is the backup computer in case the computer crashes. And then we got a monitor here that I do notes on, look up things you ask. Then we got a main monitor. And then way over there, we have, so we got 4 monitors sitting in here. We're on full backup power in case power goes out, which we'll talk about. We have a secondary intranet. So if we disappear for about 20 seconds, don't leave because our secondary intranet will kick in. So, we're not going to invite you guys, 70 people to a call and then, oh, sorry, the power went out in Panama. Okay, because that happens a lot here.
Yeah.
Anyways, my name is Rod Larrabee. Originally grew up in Saskatchewan, Canada, and moved to Vancouver for opportunities in my 20s. Ran a retail wholesale international business that we had a chain of dollar stores and a China company that we sold to stores all across North America, and did that until about 2006. And then I went off on my own and I opened up an online business. And 2008, 2009, I'm thinking, oh my God, why am I paying this ridiculous Canadian tax rate? And yes, by the way, you see all the Canadians on this call. There's a reason. If you type in Canadians living in Panama, guess what? We're number 1 in the searches because I am the expert on Canadians moving to Panama. I've helped many move here. I'm a Canadian myself. I know the challenges we have. Don't know why I got off on a tangent there, but I did. Mm-hmm. We are having, in 2 weeks from tonight, a special Q&A only for Canadians. You need to answer 3 questions. What is a double-double? What is poutine? And who are Bob and Doug McKenzie? If you can answer those, you can attend this Q&A.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's on our website, retireinpanamatours.com. If you want to go over there and sign up for that all Canadian Q&A. Anyways, I decided because of taxations, many reasons, you guys are thinking to move outside of Canada, and Panama was on my short list of 5 countries, and it won just because of stability, government stability, economy, ease of residency, cost of living. So I moved here and I arrived in 2011. So I'm approaching my 11th year here, and but I did it the wrong way. I just decided based on the internet and some social media and some YouTube videos that Panama was right for me. I packed up a few bags, left a few boxes with some friends, bought a one-way ticket, and moved to Panama. Well, within 3 months, I was in trouble. I Some people were trying to take advantage of me, and I had some ridiculous. If you're on our tour, you're going to get the full story. I don't like to talk about it too much, but within 3 months, I was ready to move back, and I found this guy. And just by luck, well, it wasn't by luck. I went into the town where I live, Boquete. I went to the owners of all the tourism companies and asked them, "Here, write me down the name and phone number of somebody that can help me." They all gave me the same guy. Oscar had been working in Boquete helping expats already for 3 or 4 years. So we headed off the first day. We had a blast, and he realized I had some marketing skills. I realized he had some expat skills. So we partnered up and we traded services for the first 6 months. And within a year, we were in business together.
Yeah.
And we spent I spent my first Christmas with his family, and like in Panama. So that's goes back to the family business.
Yep.
And so we've been doing that. I've been doing some other things since I've been here. I was president of a publishing company back in the States with an office here in Oscar, and I was part-time with Oscar. But since 2017, when we said we are going to do this small group relocation company as opposed to just a private one single or a couple at a time.
Or
we
just
have been-
excessively 25 or 20 plus people,
Yeah.
because that's not our goal to do it.
Yeah. So we have been together since then. We're both full-time in this business. We take a different approach. There are other relocation companies here. We're not going to blast any of them. Hey, if you're going to come to Panama, please use one of us.
Yeah.
We are experts in this field. And with us only doing one small group of 10 to 12 people a month, when you do decide to move here, guess what? We want you to call us. We want you to hang out. We want to go to your house for the first barbecue. And, we want to pick you up at the airport. And that's the type of stuff that we do because we have the time. Oscar has a family. I have some other stuff going on in my life. We do our one tour every month. And on the side, we help people purchase their cars, import their pets, ship their goods, like do stuff like that. So that is basically who we are.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a play on our marketing this week, and we just wanted to bring that up, calling ourselves the Real Retire in Panama.
There is a reason why.
Yeah. Our legal trade name in Panama is Retire in Panama. And we have been marketing under that name since the beginning. And sometimes competitors like to use that phrase and use that name and in their marketing, and then they think that they're us. So I just want you guys to know, whenever you think Retire in Panama, think Oscar, Megan, and Rod, because we are the ones that are the Retire in Panama group. There are other groups that's not their name, and we won't market with their name. We just don't do that.
Yeah, it's
So
just to clear that out.
Yeah, we don't want confusion. We have people buying our tours that saying, "Oh, I thought you were the other guys." I just Googled Retire in Panama, which of course that's been our name, so we come up first on that search. So, but anyways, this is our general Q&A. We have one of these every month, and then we have a specialized Q&A every month. Last month we did pet relocation, and the month before we did buying a car.
Uh-huh.
All the replays are on our site. I just posted it in the chat, and you go under the more button, or you just see on the homepage, view all Q&As, and you can see all these replays. Then this month in 2 weeks, as I said, we're doing a Canadians only Q&A. So this hour is yours, guys, to ask any questions There will be no selling. There will be like, oh, we're not going to say, hey, you got to buy this to get this answer. No, we're just going to answer your questions. We hope some of you come with us down the road. We are sold out until May. But we would really love it if you guys would join our tour, because a tour is the best way to get this done.
Yeah, and another thing I was gonna say, regardless if you end up here in Panama by yourself or another tour company or another service, don't hesitate to reach out to us to help you do anything down the road, to make sure you get in good hands, to make sure your transition is very smooth.
Yeah.
So either we're here for you guys. So you don't have to be in a tour. It's great if you do, but if you don't, we're also open to make sure the transition is as smooth and positive.
Yeah, we answer all questions within a day that come through our contact form on our page. So don't be shy. But there's two ways we like to get you guys involved. We like to see who are these people coming. We used to use a Zoom, but it got a bit out of control. When you got over 50 people on a Zoom, you can't control the background noise. Yeah. You got dogs barking, you got couples fighting. There's been some interesting things.
We never saw actually couples fighting, but the dogs barking, yes. Yeah. So show us, some of you, they want to say hi, they want to maybe stream live question. We'd love to just to do this Q&A more interactive.
Yeah, so you got two ways of asking a question. If you can raise your hand. If you look at the chat box on the right, if you're on a computer, if you're on a phone, you got to flip that little thing over from the right. You'll see a happy face. You click on a happy face, you'll see the raise hand. You can raise your hand. We'll enable your microphone and your video, and you can come on. And we like to do this first. So if anyone has a burning question and you want us to meet you, now's the time. Raise your hand and we will answer that question for you. So down at the chat, right where you would type a chat message, you click the happy face, you click raise hand, and we have Deborah. We had Deborah. Okay, anyone? We have Sherry Schmidt. I know that name.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is, and you guys can remember this for next time, it's going to be a pop-up on your screen that says, hey, we would like access to your microphone and camera. You can answer those appropriately. And then you will join us shortly. And then we have Deborah. So whoever comes on first, we will tell them who to ask. And then after we get through people who want to, anyone else wants to come on live, then we will move to the Q&A chat session. So hold your questions for now, please. Okay, so both to Deborah and Sherry, I have enabled your ability to talk with the camera and the microphone. You may have to click it. If it's red down at the bottom of the screen, you need to turn it. You need to click on it so it turns green, so you can join us. Please join us, Deborah and Sherry. Okay, we have Sherry.
Sherry.
I think we have microphone with Sherry. How are you?
Good. So I was just curious, what is the requirement for the retirement visa?
Yeah.
What is the income requirement, was it?
No, the health requirement. I think don't you have to get some kind of a doctor's saying that you're in good health or something?
Yes, they're going to probably take your temperature and your pulse. Honestly, that's all it is. It's a doctor's visit, and they just want to see that you don't have tuberculosis or something like that. That you're not,
But it's very basic.
It's very basic. It's a $15 doctor visit. You'll do it. Your lawyer will instruct you where to go, because certain of them are you got to go to a certified doctor for that, and they'll give you that certificate of good health. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You're very welcome.
No problem. Thank you, Sherry, for joining us. And if you don't mind, Sherry, do you mind lowering your, oh, you did that. Wonderful. Sherry is the best. And now we have Deborah. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful.
Unbelievable.
Great to see you.
I have kind of a unique situation. My daughter and son-in-law and my granddaughter and I are going to be coming there in January. My son-in-law and my daughter have they were there a few years ago, and they have a fabulous expat community of friends in around Nueva Gorgona, Bahia, Coronado,
Mhm.
and so that's why we're going back there.
Okay.
And I just want to know, um, if I don't go on a tour, because we don't need to, I can still use some of your services.
Yes, of course.
Okay, that's great. Like I have my little Chihuahua here, and I want to bring her, and I wanted to know, um, like for the first year, we're going to be coming back every 6 months to see family.
Mhm.
Now, when I do all the paperwork and everything for my little dog here, if I want to bring her back, do I have, when I go back to Panama, do I have to do it all over again, all the paperwork?
Yeah, unfortunately, Deborah, for pets, every time you come here, even if it's 2 weeks later, you have to do all that paperwork again. I didn't know. I had a dog down on my under my desk. She just left. I didn't know, but yeah, it has to be done every single time. But if
Also,
you're traveling with, is your Chihuahua under 20 pounds with the
oh,
case? Or you're traveling in?
she's 10 pounds. She's going to be in the cabin with
You're in
me.
the cabin. It's not that difficult. I can show you the first time. If you use this the first time how to do it, and I've done this with people who come here annually all the time. They do it on their own now. Because I'm going to give you a printed off some checklist. Do this, do this, do this. All it is the only real expenses for in cabin are you need are you from the US, Deborah?
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Oh, yeah. So you need a CFIA, Canadian Food Inspection Agency certified vet that's going to fill out an international health form, and they're going to electronically file that to the CFIA. And then you're going to take that and get it. If you're in Toronto, it's great because you can just drive it over to the consulate, $30, stamp. You're good to go.
Yeah, I actually I've printed out off all of the forms, and I've got everything. And obviously, I have a vet for my little girl here. But I wanted to. I'm thinking that I want to use your services, the full service for the pet relocation. I
Yeah.
watched a previous podcast that you said it's $350 a dog.
Yes.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then,
Yeah, $350. We'll walk you through the entire thing. We set up a calendar starting 45 days out, and we're reminding you your vet appointments today. Like you're going to get irritated with my texts, basically.
no, it's okay.
I'm going to tell you where you need to be, what you got to do, what the paper. I'm going to proof everything, and be very careful on downloading the forms because all the old forms are still online. They update them every 6 months.
I might have old forms, so
You might.
like,
And
yeah.
then you're going to fill them in. I'm going to say you just waste the $120 of the vet because they're not going to accept this one. So
Right.
you will get all the newest current forms. We actually notify the airport for you. We have a good relationship with the doctors there. So we'll notify them 3 days before you're coming. Your stuff will be sitting at the top of the pile. You enter the airport, your dog will be through.
That's exactly what I want to do.
And
And
we also provide pet-friendly transport. What that means is pet-friendly vehicles that your dog doesn't have to stay in its crate. It can sit on your lap. It can sit on the seat next to you, and to wherever you're going. So,
okay, perfect. And it'll be with my my son-in-law and my daughter and my little granddaughter. Like, do you have that vans big enough for all
we
of
do.
us?
We have vans, everything from a sedan to a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter
Yeah.
on hand to transport your family and your pets. Mhm.
Okay, perfect. And I was wondering if like if there's a breakdown in the $350 fee, like what is attributed to the transportation? Is there
Well,
anything?
transportation is separate because obviously some people just are going to Panama City, some are going to Coronado, some are going 7 hours to Boquete. So we would have to quote you on your transportation based on how many people, how many pets, how many bags.
Okay, so that That's a service, but that's not included in the 350
No, 350 is the is the pre-paperwork assistance.
and all the stuff. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're going to be going from Tucumán to Bahia, Nueva Gorgona.
Yeah.
And
So
my daughter,
I can't quote you on transport, with the things that are going nowadays with gas prices, with but you're probably looking at a couple $100, for transport. Pet relocation gets a little more complicated because there's waiting times built in. Because if your plane or the planes come, if you arrive at 2 p.m, you might be 3 hours to get through there because there could be 12 pets to see.
yeah, you don't know exactly.
No, yeah, you just don't. But our pet relocation transport covers that's the fee. Like we'll wait for you until you come up.
Right. Okay. And so it's $350 for all to do with my little dog, and then if I
All the-
decide to go with the transportation, then that's a separate thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
if you want quotes based on dates, I'm going to put in the chat right now our sister company, Panama Expat Service. That should have just popped up in your chat. You can
Yeah, I
fill
see
that
it.
form out and get a quote in the chat. Sorry, I thought I had my volume off. I always do that when I start the call, but I forgot today. Okay.
So how do I get in touch with you for all the paperwork and everything?
Click on that link I just put in the chat, Panama
Okay.
Expat Service. You'll see pet relocation on the top menu. Fill out that
Okay.
form, all the information, and we'll get you booked in. And do it in advance. We don't do more than 3 a week. We like to be available for our clients, so I always cap it at 3 a week.
Our time frame now is we're thinking we're going to be coming in the middle of January.
Yeah.
But
So right now I can work with time frames. I can book you in, for like January 15th, give or take, a week or two.
Yeah, so I'm going to, we don't know our exact day that we're going to be flying out, but like it's been thrown around maybe the January the 11th, but that's okay. I will click on this and fill out the form. And I also wanted, and you can also help us when we get there with like health insurance and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, we can assist you for every single step, like health insurance,
Yeah.
all the paperwork. And when the time comes, you just send us an email, communication by email, and we'll just coordinate, because also to check availability for transport, because when you come in, probably that's gonna be the high season.
Yeah. So
Yes.
Deborah, if you look at the website I sent you, we help you. We offer assistance apart from our tours in immigration, health insurance, pet relocation, vehicle purchases, rentals, real estate, government IDs, utility hookups, transport, moving, and banking services.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
And what are your fees for like kind of like help with health insurance or immigration?
Everything. We don't, like many items, we don't charge you fees. We just provide a referral service for you. We know who the best health insurance people are. We look at down the road of where, things we have to get involved in physically, like pet relocation, buying a new car. Of course, there's fees.
There's
But if I'm
fees.
going to send you an email, you tell me where you are, and I know this lady is great in health insurance. I'm just going to tell you that.
Exactly. Even though if for some reason, like there is some things that were not available, like for me, if you hire me to purchase a vehicle, but I'm not available by any means, I'll refer you to someone reliable to get that job for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's great to know. My daughter's asking me all those questions too. That's why I'm asking.
No worries. We got you. We
But
got
they
you.
have, well, we have 25 people in their expat group that have lived there for a number of years. So like we do have good people down there, but we want help from you guys too.
Definitely. Well, thank you very
having
much,
camp.
Deborah, for coming on tonight, and looking forward to, what's the Chihuahua's name?
Lucy.
Looking forward to having Lucy.
Let's see Lucy. Hey,
join
Lucy.
Panama.
Oh,
There we
she's
go.
a cutie.
Say hi, Lucy.
She is a cutie.
Yeah, I'm actually helping a couple next month move 6 Chihuahuas from.
Oh my
Turkey.
gosh.
Yes, I
And
know.
another question, but I know that like I pay the fee at the airport and then I can have her quarantined at home.
Yes. Mhm.
But like, am I allowed to take her out on the grounds of Bahia Resort so that she can do her
Yes.
business?
If your dog is on leash and you keep it away from other animals.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Mhm.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Okay.
All good.
All right.
You
Thank
guys are
you so
doing
much,
great.
Deborah.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
And
We
I'm
No,
gonna
thank you
thank
for
you.
joining
look in
us.
that service and fill out the form.
Yes, man.
Right on. Okay.
Thank
Well,
you
thank
so
you very
much.
much, Deborah. Talk soon.
Let's see who else we got.
Okay. We got anyone can raise your hands. I will check the hands later. We are going into Q&A mode, folks. So now is the time to ask your questions. Okay. Give me a second because his questions have been asked here. So I am moving them into the Q&A portion. Okay, there we go. So please ask your question. What do we got there, Oscar?
What do I need to bring my pets into Panama?
This is Sandra.
This is Sandra.
Yeah.
We just actually pretty much.
Yeah. We went, I'm going to highly advise you to go to retireinpanamatours.com and look at our last Q&A on pet relocation. But I'm going to just give you the quick 60-second gist here. Your pet, dog or cat, must be vaccinated against rabies 30 days before you arrive. So it must have a current vaccination and it has to be done at least 30 days before. So if your dog's pet, if you're arriving on the 15th and the dog's vaccination expires on the 10th and you get it done, you're not going to be let in. So like 30 days before. Number 2, you got to fill out an international health certificate. And this is different for every country. We specialize in US and Canada. If you're from another country, you can get a hold of us. We've done some, but we definitely specialize in US and Canada. And in the US, it's USDA certified vet you're going to use. We'll help you find one if you can't. And in Canada, it's a CFIA certified vet. They're going to fill out that health certificate 10 days before your flight. You're going to get that health certificate signed by the USDA or the CII. The CAA. Yes.
I got confused.
Then you're going to get that also authenticated by a U.S. consulate in the U.S. So timing is important. It's tight. It can be done. I've yet to fail. If something fails with the courier system, we have an excellent relationship with the airport in Panama. We have gotten extension and exemptions for lost paperwork. So your pet's not going to suffer. So home and the cost is home quarantine and the vet. Once you arrive in Panama, the cost is $155. Home quarantine, vet visit, and some type of fee they imagined up. And your costs at home are basically your vet visits. And if you're in cargo, you're looking at $10, $15 a pound is about an average. If you're under the seat, you're looking at 125 to 175, depending on your airline. So that's as far as we're taking that, because we did an hour and a half Q&A on pet relocation. Please take a look at there. I'm going to put our past Q&As into the chat. Let me move back to the chat for a second. Okay. So there's a link to our past Q&As. Okay, next question. Rod. Oh, right on. Michael. Hey, Oscar, this is Michael. He was booked way because we're so far sold out.
Oh.
We had that one spot open in February and he joined and he's joined us.
Thank you, Michael. Looking forward to seeing you.
So the flight, there's only one airport in Panama that you can fly into internationally unless you own the plane.
Unless you're on the plane, but it will
be. And that is Tocumen Airport. Yep. The code is PTY, Peter Thomas Yankee.
Yeah. Make sure you don't fly into Panama, Florida. So because
we've actually had that happen
many times.
We check everyone's itineraries, and we've actually had people because if you're on Expedia, you go type in Panama. Yeah, it goes.
I can tell you at least that I know personally 30 people. At least they have booked, flew, arrived, and said, "Where am I?"
No, honestly, if you're from North Dakota and you fly into Panama City, Florida, it'll look like Panama. I've been there. There's palm trees.
Yeah,
but it's
I
not
guess,
the
yeah, but it
same,
happens.
folks.
So
Yeah.
it is a fair mistake to. It happens.
So, Michael, one important thing here you need to notice: you receive multiple emails from us since you've signed up and stuff like that. Those phone numbers on the bottom are for you to use. There are special phone numbers for our guests who have signed up for our tours. They come directly to me and
Yeah.
Oscar. If you need help booking your flight, please give me a call tomorrow, and I will help you book your flight.
Yeah, we're here for you, and
That's
thank you
right.
for trusting us.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, Sherry, we answered that one. Yeah. Okay. Where do you? Oh, there's a little X there. Megan would know this.
Yes.
Okay. Oscar and I are trying to do this thing. Income tax advantages. There are no income tax advantages for U.S. citizens. I can tell you that right now. Sorry to say. There are income tax advantages for Canadians, and I'm not going to get into that tonight because I want you to sign up for the Canadian Q&A. I just put it in the chat, September 26th. There are huge. I moved here. Honestly, guys, my last year, 2010, when I filed my income tax, my total tax, federal, state, civic, property, stuff like that, was 53% of my income. And in 2012, once I got my residency here, I was able to file in 2013 my Canadian taxes as a non-resident, meaning I never have to file taxes in Canada again.
Mm-hmm.
In Panama, it's a territorial tax system, so they only charge taxes on income you earn in Panama. But unfortunately, you U.S. citizens are one of two countries in the world that charge that is taxation based on your citizenship. So even if you come here and open a business, you're going to have to pay tax on that money. There is one thing. If you are a U.S. citizen and you're still in your income producing years, not dividends, not interest, so not stocks, stuff like that, income producing years, you can apply for it's about $110,000, $112,000 foreign resident tax exemption that you don't have to pay tax on because you'll be paying tax here. Like Oscar and I, taxpayers. Yeah, high five.
Oh, high five.
It's a little different. If somebody wants to know about taxes, please, in Panama, if you want to open a business or something, please ask the question. I won't get into it.
Yeah.
But if you open a business, you'll be paying taxes here. You don't want to double tax and have to pay them back in the States. So they do allow you a $110,000 foreign resident tax exemption on earned income. So that's what I can ask.
That's the next question.
Yeah.
I can help you with this.
Oh, that's okay.
So that's the next question.
Oh, no, we just answered that question.
Oh, we answered that question. All right.
Find another question. Don't delete that. Oh, okay. Health insurance. How can you purchase? First of all, you have to be a resident.
Yep.
Or in the process of residency, meaning that you've applied, your lawyer writes a letter saying that you're in the process. I don't know all the other questions on health certificates or health insurance, but that's something obviously on every Q&A we get into. Our October special Q&A, I'm not going to make you wait, is Health Insurance Plus in Panama. But for now, you can opt for local health insurance, international health insurance, or self-insure. Self-insure, we always recommend people have what, 100 grand at least per person?
Yes.
If you're going to self-insure in the private healthcare system. I'm not going to get into the public healthcare system versus private here. The public's okay. The private is excellent.
Yeah, it's excellent. Just the public, the main challenge, you have to speak the language, and for any procedure, you need to be willing to be waiting in line for 5 a.m., 3 a.m. in some cases.
But many people, I know, yeah. So
it's very affordable. Like you can pay for the X-ray for like 50 cents.
Yeah,
but
it's just ridiculous.
But it's the time. It's the time.
Yeah, it might be 12 hours to get there.
Exactly. So hear me out. Any procedure any procedure here in Panama privately will cost you potentially, and that we know for fact, will cost you potentially even less than you copay back in United States.
Yeah.
So
less than 30%, basically.
yes,
Is what most people's
imagine that. Imagine that you can have on demand a private an appointment with a specialist. That actually he will talk to you for an hour at least.
Yeah.
And you can actually give you the time, and what will be like $60 to $80 tops, no more than that.
A hip replacement here is recently done. I'm not going to quote because you can go out and quote. You might get different numbers.
Yes.
I know someone had this done. It was $18,000 in one of the best hospitals in Panama. And
I thought it was 12.
no, that was the knee. The knee is between 8 and 12. The hip was 18,000. And yeah, and you can get it done next week if you want.
Yeah.
You know, that's the big thing. But let's move back to health insurance. I have, and Oscar has, 100% coverage, meaning there is no copay, and well, it is a small deductible, like $1,000.
The first year, though.
Yeah,
but I already passed that.
Yeah, you've already passed that. So I'm 58 and I pay 165 with taxes and stuff. It's 150 plus 7%.
Mm-hmm.
And Oscar is 47, 40. No, that beard makes you look older. Okay, 43, 44, and his son. You pay what, 110 now? Is it? So his family.
I pay like 120 for me, but it's international. So
yeah,
I do have to do a copay in another country, but which you can fix it by having international insurance, and then you don't have any copay.
So if you're in the 60 range. Right now, I've already seen my numbers, what I'm going to move to. I'm going to be paying almost $250 a month. But that is 100% coverage, folks. Let's not forget.
Mm-hmm.
And it's international. It works around the world. The only difference around the world is your deductible is higher. I recently had a trip to the U.S. I got back yesterday, in fact. And so I knew my insurance would cover me 100%, but I bought gap insurance for the deductible for $65. So my deductible is only $5,000, but hey, if they're going to cover me for 10 days for $65 for that $5, might as well have it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
and then it's 100%. So
yeah. Well,
Puerto Regis, talk about that area. It's funny. I've been here 11 years. I haven't been there yet, Oscar.
Puerto Regis,
you've never taken me there.
Puerto Regis, we have been. Come on. But Puerto Regis area is a lot. It's a lot warmer than Boquete, but it's not as really challenging hot like David. It's in between. It's like a right half.
It's right on the
Puerto
ocean,
Regis,
though, isn't it?
No, Puerto Regis.
Yes,
it's on the way to Volcan.
Yeah.
Wow. So Puerto Regis, it is right in the middle. You have a lot right now. The way how it is, very open. It can be warm during the day. You can fix it up. If it depends where the property is located, you can have nice breeze. It's gonna be a little drier than David, maybe a little drier than Boquete, but it still have some moisture in. It's gonna be a lot hotter than Boquete for sure. Maybe in some times of the year, but compared to Boquete, it depends of the season, which I will say during this right time of the day, Puerto Regis is very comfortable because
it's definitely warm. Right? Like she's from Washington State, which I'm quite familiar with, being from Vancouver.
Now the question is, Boquete was a little chilly for her.
No, I know
what time in Boquete were you in? What time in the year? Because Boquete is never always chilly.
No,
the chilliest time
sometimes though.
But that's in December when you have the chill winds, because we have the northern winds. The northern winds makes Boquete or Alto Boquete gets a little chilly after 3-4 p.m.
Yeah.
Before that, it's all good.
I have a little space heater. I'm one of these people that live in the tropics with a space heater.
Well, you know what you can do actually to fix that up? Mm-hmm. You get a dehumidifier.
Yeah.
It gets really hot, cozy, dry in the space.
Yeah.
And I hope you answer that.
Okay, wait. We're going to move. I see a question from Lorraine. So I'm going to jump out of Q&A mode and back to Lorraine. I hope you're listening. I want to hear your question. So I am turning on Lorraine's microphone and camera. You should be prompted to click the allow, or just if you hover over your screen, just click on the microphone and camera. They will be red and make them green. Hello, Lorraine. Are you there? There we go. Oh, I hear somebody.
Here I am.
Okay. I somehow, how are you, Lorraine? I don't see. It's kind of weird. I know why. I hit too many. Hi, Lorraine. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. How's Lewis?
We're coming to Panama shortly.
Yes, I know you are.
Citizens, but live in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
I am bringing my dog via private plane. So
Uh-huh.
I'm flying separately to my husband.
Yes.
And I'm more wondering is what is the ability to get, I love to cook. So I don't know. Should I bring my own stand mixer? Should I bring my own food processor? Like, can you get that kind of stuff there?
Everyone always says knives. Bring your knives. And yes, you can bring them in your check luggage. You can bring a Bowie knife in your check luggage into Panama. Bring good quality knives.
However, I would say 10 years ago, it was very challenging to find a lot of kitchen items. This day is actually in Panama City.
Yeah.
You can find a lot of knives, a lot of pans, and cooking and stuff. But if it's something you already own and you can bring it with you, sure, bring it. Oh, the one thing that's very expensive here is if you're into baking, it is to the mixer, to make the dough.
Oh, really?
Those are very expensive here, and not that often. So I know North America is more affordable. So those ones are good to bring here. They're a little heavy though.
Lorraine, would Costco pots and pans and small appliances be equivalent to what you would use?
Yes.
Oh, well, we
get it
have
here.
Costco here.
And then you have it
We
here.
have Price Mart in David.
Yeah.
We can take you there. We're actually picking you up on the 10th, I believe it is. I haven't told Oscar yet. But yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, we can take you there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I think Lou is going to bring my stand mixer, and he's going to bring.
Well, they're on the plane, so they can. Yeah, he can bring whatever he wants. So bring that stuff for sure. Don't get rid of small kitchen appliances, especially you guys are coming on that plane with the other couple.
Yeah.
So load that thing up. Find out your weight limits.
Yeah.
And bring that.
The more you can bring it is actually the best.
You're going to sell it for 30% and buy it at 100%. So you might as well bring it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll also bring my knife. But
okay. Yeah, if you got a nice quality knife set, bring that.
Yep.
I will.
I do appreciate a good set of knives.
Do they have like cranberry pills and I'm a diabetic, so I.
Oh, cranberry pills?
Yes. Do they have cranberry pills there?
Yes. Yeah, they have. We have a place in Boquete called what's the health foods?
So, Organica.
Yeah, or Organica that sells all that stuff.
Do they have those?
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. That's all I was asking. Thank
there
you
we go.
So
okay, Lorraine, looking forward to meeting you in October finally.
You will.
There we go. All righty. Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you, Lorraine. Good to meet you. See you soon.
Okay, we are back to Q&A mode. It's kind of funny that when we're way more organized when Megan is here. Have you noticed that, Oscar?
Of course. I mean,
okay.
Why?
Oscar and I are both. We can't.
You have no delay.
Okay, we are moving some stuff into the question period, so please give us 15 seconds.
We will appreciate if the questions are on the Q&A.
Yeah, it's just when I turn off the Q&A, someone types a question that goes into the old chat. Okay. Q&A mode. There we go. What do we got there, Oscar?
As permanent residents of Panama via FNL would like to visit November, December 22. What are the best dates to plan? We understand there are dates to avoid due to national holidays. Where those dates range?
Yeah.
So easy peasy. Main, put on the silent, please.
I did.
No, you're not. You didn't. Anyway, so main holidays are the weekend of the 3rd, 4th of November, and definitely the 28th.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones. Because the 3rd is a celebration of independence from Colombia. And then the 28th is in the celebration of independence from Spain. So those weekends, every single hotel in some major locations in the country are booked up. Transportation gets difficult. And yeah, so all those days, avoid travel or do main things in Panama during those days. As long as you want to just enjoy the parades and you wanted to see the culture and be standing out.
Yeah,
for
if
hours.
you're coming in November,
Traffic is
if
impossible.
you like that stuff, don't cancel.
Yeah, don't
because
cancel
of that. But be prepared.
Be prepared
And
because
book in advance.
traffic-
You need to book that now if you come in
yeah,
December.
traffic is a little bit impossible during those
Now
days.
you already have your friendly nations visa, so it doesn't look like you're trying to get anything done in November and December because that's a difficult time.
Mhm.
Because all the government businesses shut down the day before, the day after of the holiday, and from the 15th of December until the 5th of January, not a lot gets done here.
It does, but it's very slow. So
Yeah.
you have to be very patient. Just you need to know what's going on this month. It can be done.
Mhm.
It just is not going to get done with the same momentum.
It's
the
a
rest of the
great
year.
time of year because people are so much more laid back
Yeah.
and not stressed out like they are in North America
Yeah.
during Christmas.
Yes.
People love to spend time with their families. Like that's what's important to them, not servicing you as a client in a government office. They don't care. Okay,
Yeah.
it's holiday time.
Yeah.
We're gonna enjoy the holidays. Delayed. Sorry. Thank you. Oscar's given me instructions technical instructions here how to use this.
Imagine that.
Where are the better places to live in Boquete?
Well, that is a tricky one because it depends what your preference is of you want wind, less wind, more mist, less mist,
Mhm.
more rain, less rain.
There are like 12
you
microclimates going on
wanna
here.
you wanna be driving 25 minutes in a curvy road to get to your place. You're not. You're social. So it's very hard to answer that question. The only way to answer that is when you get to see Boquete, you get to see the surrounding areas in which area works best for you according to your lifestyle.
Mhm.
That is the best answer I can give you. Yep.
Good answer.
What is this?
It says FNV. Maybe somebody was asking, what does that mean? That means Friendly Nations Visa. It's a
Friendly Nation
different
visa. Okay, good. What percentage Panama return to Panama by a home as opposed to
What is the
original?
number? If we start with 50-50, I think it'd be a pretty darn good guess.
Yes. We, it's very personal. I know there is a lot of people in North America, they're not used to it to rent homes.
Mhm.
And we personally, we do not suggest to buy homes if it's gonna be the living home.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be an investment, if you know they're gonna be, if it makes sense for you, that's a whole different situation. But if it's gonna be your home, the place you're gonna be retiring, the place you're gonna be spending years of your lifetime, you have to always make sure, feel the area, which area in Panama, which area, the weather, the neighborhood, every single aspect. Then you can think about to purchase a home. So the percentage, 50-50, but I just wanted to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, there are a lot of retired people. Don't forget, guys, your Social Security and CPP, those are sustainable monthly incomes. You get whatever. And if you got a nice big one, rent.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like there's nothing like if
nothing
you
wrong
want to
with renting.
buy a home here and then you have foreign assets that you got to leave in your will to your kids, there's nothing wrong with renting. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with buying either.
It's
But-
nothing wrong. It's all about like what you preference.
But people make mistakes when they come here. Oh, I love this, and it all depends on the person and the personality. Some people
Yep.
get away with it, but others buy something and a year later, oh my God, what did they do that for? It's really easy to buy in Panama. It's still a buyer's market. Whatever you're hearing, I'm going to address this. Sorry, Oscar, I got to address something.
Yeah,
here.
of course.
Rod has his rages sometimes.
Yeah.
I posted an article on Facebook about rentals in Panama. It was clearly stated it was written in 2019, but people are saying, oh, there's been significant increases in rent. No, there hasn't, folks. There really hasn't. People are trying to get more money because they see that inflation is 8 to 10% in the U.S. Inflation is only 3.5% in Panama, and because of what happened over the summer with our blockages and our reduced prices in gas, food, and medicine, the World Bank now states it's probably going to be below 3%.
Yeah.
We don't have a huge inflation problem here. Rental prices are good. They're fair. Real estate, people are at ask crazy prices and a month later drop them $50,000, $100,000 because they realize they can't get it. So rent is like, I personally rent. I'm sitting in my home. It's a duplex, but it's not, I don't share a wall. Like the garage is the shared wall. So it's nice. But it's almost 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths in a gated community, and I pay $800 a month.
Yeah.
And that includes gardening. So it's what the price has been for at least 5 years here.
Yeah.
For something
And
this.
me personally, we pay a home, Megan and I, we pay a home, 2-story home, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and big space for garage, for parking of vehicles, main street, backyard, 700 a month.
Yeah, these are quarter-acre properties.
Yeah.
So it's
700 a
not
month.
excessive to
Yeah.
rent here.
It's all people, but people will still try to get you the gringo bingo.
Oh,
Because
yes.
it will
Gringo
happen.
bingo.
It will happen. But remember this: it's always negotiation. It is always negotiation. Latin America, you can negotiate. You can just say somebody's asking, I don't know, $900 for a house. You can say, okay, I will sign up at least for a year. Can you take 700? They might say yes.
Yeah. So
They
the
might say
people,
800.
the people asking the high prices are typically the people who, or the people say prices are going up, are typically the people that own properties here that are trying to rent them.
Yeah.
There was recently at the beach, beautiful condos. I love, although I don't love the beach, but I don't swim in the beach, so it's not a big deal. The condos are excellent, and they have rented for $1,500 a month for the last 5 years. Well, they figured, oh my God, inflation, we can get 2,000. So they in May put it up for 2,000. They dropped the price to 1,500 in July and rented it
Yeah.
because that is the price.
Yeah.
So renting's fine. Buying, it's still a buyer's market. Good deals to be had. I just saw today a beautiful, I should have saved the picture. It's a duplex. They call it a townhouse. I don't call it the townhouse when there's not more than 2. It's not like row housing. So it's a nice duplex in the gated community by the checkpoint. Oscar, help me out there.
Boquete Canyon Village.
No, Los Molinos.
Oh, Los Molinos.
For $187,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Very nice.
All right. Well, it's the clear in the air. Next question is: do Panamanian banks have safety deposit boxes? Do you have to have a Visa or an account at the bank to rent a safety deposit box?
Typically,
Right.
no. There are safety deposit boxes. People will want to correct me. Oscar, you got to skip out. Okay, yeah, like hot coffee. People have to. People might want to try to correct me. There are a few banks, Banco General, Banco Nacional, that will have safety deposit boxes. Most of them are waiting lists for several years to get. It's not a business here. Panama is not into keeping that type of stuff. There are private companies that do it, but beware, like be careful. There are some in Panama City. There's not much out here in Cherokee that I know of yet that I would recommend. So safety deposit banks are not in that business here. Same as banks are not in subprime mortgage lending. They're not in. Banks are into accounts and checking accounts, savings account. Keep your money, pay your interest. You want to talk about banks? Panama pays up to 5-6% of CDs. 5.5. I just saw an ad for. I know you U.S. people are saying, well, it's getting close to that there, but we have for years. Our banking system is not tied to the U.S. or Canada in any way. We have no U.S. or Canadian banks here, even though you might see Scotiabank. It has nothing to do with Scotiabank in Canada. It's it's the brand is paid for, obviously. We used to have HSBC here, but they got caught and slapped on the wrist for doing something bad. So they're no longer around. So we don't have, we're not tied. The banking's totally different here. There's some good content on our website, retiringpanamatours.com, about the banking system here. But safety deposit boxes, no. They're private companies. If you live in the city or if you can open a box, there are some good private companies. Please reach out to us. I know a few. We're kind of looking for something decent to happen in Cherokee where we can offer you some, some advice on that. Okay, Steve says, I thought there was 110. Yes, Steve, I think we went through that. I will briefly go through that again. If on on earned income, there's $110,000 federal tax exemption for if you're a permanent resident of Panama and if you're not in the States more than 30 days out of a year. Okay, what do you got there?
Can I get gated community pet-friendly house to rent long-term basis? Yes, you can. Not every single one of them, but most of them, they are pet-friendly.
I got 2 pets in mine. Mine's it's in one of the big gated communities. Mine's very small.
But
it's only 20.
But every single in Boquete area, every single gated community are pet-friendly. And Pedasi, there was one that wasn't pet-friendly.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't
an entire gated community.
Oh yeah, Andromeda. That wasn't pet friendly.
Totally.
However, they knew there is many people that wanted to probably invest, but they have their dogs. And some people, we got people from they're ready to buy $1 million homes, but they love their chihuahuas per se.
Yeah, I know. There are
So they have to change that. And they did.
I just mentioned to everyone I live in a gated community. My first time when I looked at this rental, I did not know it was that. I was shocked when I got to. I said, "What is this? There's a gate here." Like this.
But you know what I mean? Just so Andromeda was the only one that I knew wasn't pet friendly.
Okay.
And now it is. So I think there is no pet friendly community.
No. Okay. Yeah, but it all depends on the renter also. Like it depends on the owner if he allows pets or not. Now, typically, if you're renting from Panamanian people, you're not going to have an issue with pets because the majority of Panamanians have a dog. They love their security here. It's more of a noise factor than anything else because I left. I told you guys I went on a trip to the States for a week. I left my car open on the driveway, like the door was partially open. Oh well. But it's not really huge security risks here. But if you're looking for a gated community, some people like it, especially the people that come here 6 months a year. Because then you just lock the door, tell the security, tell the staff, hey, I'm gone for 6 months. Watch my house.
Numbers, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's go. Wait, did you move that? Okay. Yeah, I think I keep forgetting to delete them, haven't I? Yes, yep. That's me. Sorry, Oscar's giving me a heck. There we go.
For a 3-week vacation in different locations, do you recommend getting rentals from Airbnb or local real estate agent? Okay, so as it is, no real estate agent will deal with any short term.
Yeah, 6 months or more.
6 months or more. 3 week will be specifically for Airbnb, Airbnb, or any word of mouth property management company, like we have one
Yeah.
in Coronado.
Mhm.
You can do from one night to 3 weeks or a month or a couple months.
Yeah, if you're looking at New Gargona, Coronado area, please get a hold of us.
Yeah,
We
we
do
have that
have
person.
we have a great property management company there with 75 units that rent weekly to monthly to 6 months to a year. In Boquete, there are a few places that do weekly, monthly rentals, but not like if you're on a 3-week vacation. If you're going to stay in one place,
They're Airbnb.
Yeah.
It's the easiest. Regardless where you're going to be in the country, but if you have a specific location like the ones we just mentioned, we're going to Coronado, let us know. We can hook you up
Yeah.
with somebody that will find you a really good spot. In advance, if it depends of the time for which month you're coming to visit.
Yeah. I have just typed again into the chat one of our websites where you can reach us from. Okay.
Yep.
Have we done that one?
Delete it.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you. No, well, delete it.
What? I did delete
No,
it.
no, you didn't.
No. Yes, this is the new one.
Okay.
Megan, we need your help. They're
Yeah.
gonna beat up Oscar.
Seriously.
Currently in Panama, getting pensionated. Do I need public health or private insurance until 70? Okay. Here's the thing, Andy. If you want to use the public health system, you're welcome to. It is nothing like North America. Nothing. Now, I know people that have used it, that have been happy with it. I knew someone, I tell the story, you'll hear it in the past. It was my friend from Panama City, hernia. He has no insurance. He had emergency surgery, 3 days in a hospital. It cost him $160, and he had the option to pay in monthly payments for a year.
Yeah.
He got lucky, like in my opinion. Like he really had good care. Maybe they weren't busy. He didn't wait. He came out of the hospital and asked for pain meds, and he got ibuprofen because that's what you're gonna get. It's not, and there was 12 people in his room, in his recovery room. There's no, it's dorm style. There's no private rooms or anything.
Yeah.
Where the private hospital system is like North American hospital, except better. The surgeon will give you his cell phone number. We have seen that happen with our own people here. So it's better. You need to buy private. If you want private international insurance, you need to buy it before you're 75, or you're not. You need to enroll before 75.
Yeah.
It lasts you for life. All insurance, they have age limits. Like the public, like the private Panama only insurance is 70 now. That's the age limit for enrollment. Once you're enrolled, you're covered for life. It's not an issue. The international and by the way, the private Panama only insurance should be going up to 80 before Christmas, and hopefully back to unlimited age before the end of next year. Just during COVID, they dropped their ages. So, but for the international insurance, you need to enroll before you're 75, or you won't get that type of full coverage like Oscar and I have.
Yeah. And just I want to share something with my personal life and our beautiful Megan. We're about to have a baby. She couldn't sign up for insurance, so we have to pay cash for the labor. So how much is going to cost in North America or United States full labor private hospital,
including the doctor,
including doctor, all that,
10, 20,000.
Really? I thought it was going to be more.
No, possibly more.
Right. But here in Panama, I'm looking at it for no more than 2,500.
Yeah. And that includes
and if it wasn't a public
and everything.
And if it wasn't a public, none.
Yeah.
When I have my boy Phoenix, I only pay $150. And that was with the payments.
Yeah.
So that's how you see the difference between.
But the quality of care Megan's getting now is exceptional.
Oh, of course. I mean 5 stars.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a suite
like $2,500. That's the private system. That's all her doctors visits. It's going to be
And we can bring to the room the everything for making you feel comfortable. I will be there.
there's a place for me to stay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Uncle Rod is gonna be there. Yeah, we can actually have a party there. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
Okay.
it's very comfortable.
Let's move on. Let's move on. These people keep asking questions. Oh, hey, you answered. You never deleted this question. That's your fault.
No, that's you because you start doing this.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Can you tell Oscar and I fight all the time? It's fun.
We're like brothers, but better.
Personal weapons.
Nope. And no. Carrying weapons is a big no here in Panama or many countries in Latin America. Guns here is just very, very limited. You can bring your gun. There is a process. It's gonna take a while. Investment purposes, it makes sense if you have the patience for all the process because the lock that you can get in United States for probably $500-$600, he will be $4,500.
Yeah, $250 at Walmart.
Exactly. So for investment purposes, it's a good idea. We do have a reliable contact here in Panama. They can help you to walk you through that process. It is a process can take between 6 months and 2 years, but
or more.
So, but here in Panama, we don't have guns. No civilian has guns. No one besides a police or a bodyguard or a border patrol has guns. Nobody has guns. Of course, bad guys, but
Yeah, there's no gun culture. There's no gun.
we don't.
We've unfortunately went through helping people move here which have gun collections, and they've had to get rid of them or pass them down the line to the family.
Yes.
Because honestly, there's no gun ranges. There is a gun range that
There is.
because your process to bring a weapon into Panama, which you're allowed to only have 3 per person, is a 2-year process. Which
And only you can
includes
have the
training.
handgun. No. Maybe a shotgun. That's it.
Oh yeah, no, it's only handgun. Handguns and long guns here.
Mm-hmm.
Like no semi-automatics, no
Nope.
nothing. So it's handgun, 22s, the odd shotgun.
9mm, and
Yes. And it's a long process. We do have a guy that can walk you through the process. If you try to do it on your own, I know people waiting 5 years.
Yeah.
Haven't seen their gun yet. It's still paperwork in a pile. But the whole process of learning, like you got to take lessons, you got to go through the site process. Everything's in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately,
Yeah, but hey, folks, if you're moving to Panama, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the guns.
if
Don't
the gun's
worry-
for your protection, yeah, you definitely don't need a carry concealed permit for your
No, you
protection.
don't need. You don't need that.
No.
No, we are very blessed to live in a country that we don't need.
Now,
that.
if you lived in a far remote location, I might even,
I will
you
have
know.
a shotgun, but all
Yeah.
dudes a shotgun.
yeah, I would go through the process.
Mhm.
But no. Okay, I forgot to delete that. Sorry, Oscar.
Yes.
I'm trying to get through the questions. People keep asking them. Tiny homes. Can you build it legally? There are tiny homes.
Yes, there is. You can
Starting.
build.
People are doing.
You can build legally as long as you require the fireman, firefighter,
Yeah.
the electrical that has a proper architect design. It's all be good. Now, here in Panama, and I'm not 100% sure if it's still in place, but if you build on poles,
Yeah.
stilts, it's considered a temporary home. You don't need permits for that.
Yeah,
But-
that actually is still in place in most.
Tiny
most
home
places.
legally, if you need to build right on the ground and have the base, yeah, you need a permit, but it's very easy, straightforward. It's all about
Before you build it, Jane, I'm actually an architectural technologist by trade, so I know the building code in North America. A lot of pages. It's a little smaller in Panama.
yes.
It's a tiny, like the permits here are $5 for this, $10 for this, $20 for this, and it's not the bureaucracy that it is. So if you own a piece of property, you basically can build what you want on that piece of property.
Yeah.
you do have to have, they want a $5 and $10 you to death on permits.
But you know what is the
Yeah.
crazy thing about wherever you have land? It's about how you approach the municipio,
Exactly.
because it's about relationships.
Mhm.
Here in Panama is how you approach the person. The person is gonna give you the permits. It's gonna be a lot easier or difficult.
Perfect. Hey, if we haven't had your question yet, since we've got about 10, 15 minutes left, please raise your hand down by the chat. Pretend you're in the chat section. Pretend you're going to ask a question and click the smiley face and you'll see the raise hand. And we will bring you on screen to ask a question. And we got one from Michael Roop. Hey, Michael, how are you? I have asked your computer to give permission to the microphone. There you are. Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Yourself?
Good, just great. How's things?
Yeah. Oh, getting anxious to return to Panama. There, it's starting to cool off here.
Oh,
Michael and Renee.
nice.
Yeah, we'll be on the tour in November. So
Perfect.
anyway, I just put a question down, and so I'll just say it verbally. So you talked about the international health and the Panama only health
Yeah.
insurance. Panama only is still private?
Yes. Yeah, it is with the private system. It's quite a bit cheaper. It comes with a copay though of 30%.
30%. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Family Medical Care. It's underwritten by Pan American Life, a huge corporation. So it's a very secure, good. But my only issue with it is they're more used to the public hospital prices, and they base their rates on fair and usual prices. So if you go in and say, "Hey, I need this specific heart surgery," and I got a quote from Cherokee Hospital for 25,000, they'll look in their book and they'll say, "Oh, we only pay 15,000 for that surgery." And then you got to start negotiating, and you got to start working with both, and that's why I'm not a big fan of the Panama only healthcare insurance.
Okay.
With the other one, I maybe I will when I'm 75 and I got to pay $400 a month for insurance. Maybe I'll switch. I don't know. But for us people in our 50s and 60s, $250 a month isn't much, especially from the Americans who are already paying $108.70 a month for Part B. If you're living in Panama and you're going to stay here, cancel that. Put that towards your health insurance.
Right. Well, we're in Canada, so public health.
I understand that. But most, a lot of Americans here think that, oh my God, I got to pay my Part B at home. Well, only if you're planning on returning. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's it for me for now.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that more in the future. I know people that are, because the Panama only one, like for your age, Michael, you're looking at $130 a month, probably tops.
Right.
So some insurance is better than nothing if you want to self-insure, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All things to consider.
Okay. All righty.
Looking forward to meet you, Michael.
Talk later. Okay, we got Karen and Marilyn. I'm going to invite you both on. Whoever's first on can ask their question. Come join us. You're going to see a pop-up on your screen, or just click the camera and microphone buttons at the bottom of your screen if you want to get on here quick and ask a question. Hello, we are calling Deborah. Oh, I think Deborah was on. Michael, no, we're calling Karen and Marilyn.
Karen, Marilyn, yes.
Join us. No, everyone else just join us. Are you guys there? If not, we're going to go back to the Q&A as we wait for Karen and, oh, there we go. Hey, Karen, how are you?
Hola, Karen.
Hey there.
Hey.
Doing well, thank you. You guys are doing good tonight. I have 3 questions.
Okay.
One is, first off, do you have or had you heard anything about Panama considering either testing or implementing a digital currency to replace cash? First question.
It has
Um,
been, there's other countries in Central America that are moving that way. Panama has actually been in the forefront of the cryptocurrency business. We have a mall in Panama City, right in the Avenue Balboa, where it's cryptocurrency payment only, and it's full. And like we're one of the first ones in 2015 with this mall with this mini mall. So whether they're going to move forward, I've been in the crypto business since 2012 myself. So banks still here aren't that friendly with it. They're becoming a little more friendly. I think it's really something, Karen, that we have to watch over the next 12 to 18 months before I can give a solid answer on that. Because some people have been saying, hey, it's going to happen. I said, I don't know. Panama, I've been here 12 years, Panama, or 11. Panama works a little slower than that. So I don't know if they're going to jump like some of the other Central American countries have or not.
Yeah, I think it's a potentially very dangerous thing. So I wouldn't like it to happen. Then the government can start controlling what you buy.
Our banking sector here is, the word I would use for it is cautious. Yes. And that's why it's been so strong. We actually don't have deposit insurance. You know why? We don't have banking failures. Never had one. So it would have never, all countries that have deposit insurance, that came out of banking failures. So the banks here are very solid and very protective.
Actually, they are very much.
So, actually, if you don't mind a follow-up question on that, I'm wondering, I know that Biden passed some executive order to start looking into digital currency. And because Panama uses the US dollar, should the US just go to that, how would that affect the use of the US dollar in Panama?
Karen, I think the most important thing for you to understand here, that Panama is not a dollarized economy. Ecuador is, several Central American countries are. Panama's currency is the Balboa. It is only pegged to the US dollar. We have our own coin, and at any time we can turn a printing press on and print our own paper. The reason, we're only an economy with 4 million people. So we buy old US Treasury bills. I was going to hold one up, that are the US dollars that the US people don't use anymore because they're too old and wrinkled. So we are not tied. That's why our inflation is 3% and yours is 8.5%. We're not tied to the US economy like dollarized economies are.
Thank you. So my second
don't have any effect is my answer. Yeah.
Okay. My other question is, I'm a shooter. I like to shoot competitively sometimes, and so
I love that.
How would I affect that? I don't need a concealed carry protection or any of that. I just like shooting as a sport.
Shooting ranges here for training. It's not an event. There's no hunting here because we don't have the animals. I'm from Canada. You probably know I probably hunted in my life. Okay, so we don't have that game here. So we have a lot of fishing, but we don't have really there's no hunting culture. There's no gun culture. There's no going to the gun range and shooting at targets.
It's becoming more.
It doesn't exist here.
Well, no, the gun shooting is becoming more famous, and because I'm very active on social media. So there is only one company. It's called Top Gun Panama, and I think they're based in Panama City. But that's the only one that you can go, pay the fee. They have a specific weapons that you can shoot and
shoot something up,
and that's it.
It's not what I was trying to, like Oscar's right. It's just not. Don't expect that culture if you move somewhere rural in Panama.
Yeah, no,
you're just not going to find it. Like up here in Boquete, we don't have a gun range.
No.
Okay, my last question is, Are there insurances that don't require a vaccination, a COVID shot?
Oh yeah, all the all the international companies do not require COVID vaccinations. The local companies do.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, no problem. All righty, it's great to have you on the
Good to
call,
have you,
Karen.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye.
And last call for. Oh no, the other person dropped off. We're gonna go back. It was nice seeing so many people tonight. We got a few more questions. Okay. And people with pre-existing health conditions. Very good question. Let's talk about pre-existing health conditions. High blood pressure, cholesterol, ingrown toenail. Those are not pre-existing health conditions. If they're under control with medication, you will probably still pass. Diabetes, if you are on insulin-dependent diabetes, you will not get health insurance in Panama. It's as simple as that. If you are taking pills with diabetes and you can prove it's under control, there's a chance you will get it with possibly a year, 2 year waiver on it. So this is not the U.S., folks. There's no legislation requiring international health, and this is not Panama, guys. None of the major international health companies are from Panama. They're from Europe. They're from Brazil. They're from Chile. Like they're from all over the world. But the rest of the world doesn't require their companies to get health insurance for pre-existing conditions. But as long as you can if you have more than 3 pre-existing conditions, then you're really gonna look. They're really gonna look at you.
Yes, definitely.
But just if you have high blood pressure and cholesterol, and you go for your test, and your high blood pressure and cholesterol is under control with medication, you'll probably get your insurance. So.
Yes.
Mhm.
X and X. Up.
Oh, sorry. Thank
X
you, Oscar.
and X.
Okay. Oh, yes.
I was planning
always.
on coming to Panama the weekend on November 3rd. Ooh, and I have 2 cats. Will be at the airport that approves animals be closer to the holidays still be open. Well, that's gonna be a tricky.
Okay. Like all weekends.
It's gonna be really tight because that is the major holidays.
Yeah.
We cannot assure they're gonna be working. We're gonna be fulfilling the service. We will not highly recommend to do that travel or move on that day.
Don't. You got to come. It can't be a national holiday. It can't be Friday after 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
it's
just
Monday to Thursday is when you bring your pets, guys. Don't bring them any other time.
Yeah.
Now it can be done on
It
a
can be
normal
done if we
weekend,
were start working from now.
but you got to pay the vet.
Yep.
And you have to rely that the vet's going to show up.
Yeah.
If he has an emergency in his life and he doesn't show up, he doesn't really care, honestly.
You might have to actually
animal's
pay
going
extra.
well, your animal's going to quarantine until the next week.
Yeah. And you might have to pay extra something.
Oh, you do. You come in on a weekend or a Friday night or on a holiday.
I'll
you
say it's in
pay
a great
extra.
zone in that day, if it's possible.
Yeah. So, like, really don't and never bring a pet on a weekend here. Like,
no,
just don't do it because I've arranged it. I've given up. I won't do it anymore because if the vet doesn't show up, your pet doesn't go home with you. It's all there is to it.
I'm from Panama City, Ciudad Radial. I am planning to return. I'm 72 years retired. What type of insurance I am qualified for?
Well, if you're actually Panamanian, your local insurance here won't cover you after 65. Unfortunately, you'd have to use the Social Security system, which you might qualify for free but based on this, it sounds like he's Panamanian. He's from Panama City, Radio City.
Like you, Sonian?
If you're a foreigner, then you can buy international health insurance up until 75 years old. Once you hit 75, you can't anymore.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, guys, we're going to be ending this pretty soon. I
This
hope
will
we
be the last
get
one.
through them.
Literally.
How to
How to
open a
open
bank
a bank.
account. Okay. How do people bring money to Panama? Okay.
You got that one.
How are 3 dogs, border collies? Do I need to pay your services? Okay. All good questions. How do you open a bank account? Number one, you need to be in the process of residency. You need to bring a letter from your current bank in North America or wherever you're from, a reference letter that you are a good person and you bank with them and you've had an account for X number of years. You need to bring proof of income, whether that's Social Security, Canada pension, or the last 2 years of your tax returns. And you need to, with some banks, actually have to have a lease with a rental lease or a purchase of a home. So, and then you need to deposit some cash into that account, and that varies between $1,000 and $2,000 depending on the bank. And then you move the money, yes, with wire transfers. Most important thing, talk to your U.S. Canadian bank. Make sure you can send international wires before you leave. I cannot tell you, it's in the dozens now of people that had to fly home to do a simple signature live thing with their bank because of TSA and laws and stuff that require you to fill out special forms with fingerprints and stuff for sending money internationally. Those are U.S. and Canadian laws, not Canadian. Sorry, not Panama. Third thing is you have 3 dogs, collies. Our fee is $350 for the first dog, $100 for any additional dogs or cats. So, yeah. Okay, guys, it is wonderful. Many of you have hung out. We had just under 100 people. 50 is still waiting for answers. Let's see if there's any quick ones, Oscar. Insects, animals, poisonous, dangerous. We do have snakes. We have scorpions. But honestly, I like telling people this. No more than Texas.
No more than Texas. No, or
So it's not a
Arizona.
big deal. How long does naturally to install to take a meter? Anywhere between 1 day and 1 month.
Yep.
I've heard both, honestly. It all depends where you are because this is too specific. Even if you gave me a location, I would need a day or 2 to figure that out for you. So,
You delete that one.
oh, no, I'm not deleting us. I'm just going through them all one at a time. Can pellet guns? Yes. Yeah, they sell those in Do It Center and Novi stores in Panama, pellet guns. Local growers, not local backyard growers, people that own the acre. No, they don't. They're not heavy in pesticides. Monsanto has got into our commercial growers here, unfortunately.
So there's a lot of people that use in very natural taxes in Panama.
Yeah, there is some natural. I know a lot of coffee growers up here. They use
Yeah,
some
but a lot of
natural
people-
ingredient
yeah,
to spray because
Natu-
they're
yeah.
required to spray for the fungus.
Mhm.
What's it called?
Both the roya, the
Yeah, the coffee
fungus,
fungus,
and all.
But
all-
they use natural alternatives.
they do the most they can. Taxes in Panama.
Yes,
taxes in
we have
Panama. We have very low compared to other countries like Costa Rica and Colombia. We're in between 2 borders.
Yeah.
So Costa Rica, I think it is 13%. Colombia, 16%.
Yeah, it's 18.
18%.
Those are consumer. These are bad taxes.
Exactly.
And
So
Panama
we're
7.
only 7.
And that's a consumer tax on goods.
Yeah.
Income tax, nothing to 11,000, 15% up to 50,000, 25% on the fortune over
Mhm.
over 50,000. Okay. Woohoo! I think we got through all the questions. Transfer funds, wire transfer is your only option. Self-insurance means you pay the bill to hospital. Okay, we've done that. Arriving October 30th. October 30th is not a holiday in Panama. Last question. Our contractors using solar panel. There are 2 companies, both of them started by expats here, that are really into solar. In fact, Panama is up to, the last article I read, 12% renewable solar and wind energy for their electricity here. We got wind farms and solar stuff all over the country now.
Hmm.
Okay, Oscar. I think we might have missed a few, but we are past. We're going to
Everything
get
has been
cut
recorded,
off.
guys. Please, we will answer every single question that has to be answered tonight by email. So that will be taken care of.
So
And we wanted to thank you all for all the attention tonight. And it has been amazing.
it's
Q&A.
been a great night. Like you guys had so many great questions. I am putting in Retire in Panama Tours is our tour company. Panama Expat Service is our company we do with people after the tours. I just put the links in the Q&A. Can't see them, but I'm sure they're there in the bottom. There we go.
There.
Please fill out our contact forms, any information you may have. And we're going, hey, Brad, how are you? And we're going to say good night, Brad Clark.
For everybody, thank you so much again. Really, it's just been a great evening.
We wouldn't be here without you. We might
Exactly.
be here, but we wouldn't be talking to people.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So remember, this is a real Retire in Panama.
The real Retire in Panama. And we are saying good night.
Retire in Panama.
Don't forget, for you Canadians, I know there's some of you on here in 2
Coming
weeks.
soon.
Let's meet here. Let's talk about taxes. Let's talk about retirement funds, banking, all that weird stuff that's different for us Canadians. So good night, all. You have a good night, and we will talk to you soon.
Have a good night, everybody.